Have you ever pondered why the rich get richer, and the poor, well, they just seem to stay poor? This enigma isn't as mysterious as it might seem at first glance. Today we're going to shed light on the stark contrast between the money habits of the affluent and those who struggle to make ends meet. Wealth disparity isn't just about the size of one's bank account. It's a reflection of different attitudes, different strategies, and different decisions about money. The wealthy, it seems, play by a different set of rules. A set of rules that they understand and use to their advantage. We'll explore these different attitudes towards money in the sections to come. We'll take a closer look at how the rich approach their finances, how the poor do the same, and most importantly, what sets these two groups apart. So, stay tuned as we delve into what sets the rich and the poor apart when it comes to handling money. So, what exactly are the rich doing differently? Let's delve into the habits of the wealthy and decode their money secrets. One of the key practices that differentiates the rich from the poor is investing. While many of us would be content with a steady paycheck, the rich are always looking for opportunities to grow their wealth. They understand that simply earning money isn't enough. You have to put it to work. The rich are not just savvy investors, they're continuous learners. They understand that knowledge is power, and that staying informed about financial trends and opportunities is critical to maintaining and increasing their wealth. They read, attend seminars, network with other successful people, and are always open to new ideas. Another crucial aspect of the rich's financial strategy is leveraging debts. Yes, you heard it right. While most of us are taught to avoid debt like the plague, the rich use it to their advantage. They understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. Good debt is a type of debt that can generate income over time, such as a mortgage for a rental property. Bad debt, on the other hand, is debt that doesn't generate income and is not tax deductible, like credit card debt. But perhaps the most significant difference is this: the rich do not work for money, they make money work for them. This concept might seem a bit abstract, but it's a fundamental shift in thinking about wealth. Instead of trading their time for a paycheck, they invest their money in assets that generate income. Over time, these investments produce more money, which they can then reinvest. They understand the importance of monetary intelligence. They know that it's not just about how much money you make, but how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. They are always seeking ways to increase their wealth, not just to accumulate more, but to create a legacy. In essence, the rich treat money as a tool, not a goal. Now let's take a look at the other side of the coin, the poor. Here we're talking about individuals who, more often than not, find themselves living paycheck to paycheck, constantly caught up in a cycle of financial stress. This is not necessarily a result of low income, but rather a consequence of certain habits and mindsets. One of the main reasons for this predicament is the lack of financial literacy. It's not uncommon to find people who are unfamiliar with basic financial concepts. Things like interest rates, inflation, and investments might as well be a foreign language. Without this knowledge, it becomes incredibly challenging to navigate the financial world effectively. Now, when you couple this lack of financial literacy with a scarcity mindset, you've got a recipe for financial struggle. Those with a scarcity mindset see money as a finite resource. It's something to be hoarded, not invested. Every penny spent is a penny lost, and this way of thinking often leads to a fear-based relationship with money. This fear, in turn, drives the behavior of working for money instead of making money work for them. The rich understand the power of passive income. They know that the right investments can generate earnings even while they sleep. But for those who haven't been introduced to this concept, the idea might seem far-fetched. They end up trading their time for money, clocking in and out of jobs that barely keep them afloat. It's a tough cycle to break, especially when you're caught in the middle of it. But the first step towards change is awareness. Understanding these habits and mindsets is essential for anyone looking to improve their financial situation. The poor often fall into the trap of being stuck in a cycle of scarcity instead of finding ways to create abundance. It's a tough reality, but it's not an unchangeable one. With the right tools and mindset, anyone can start to turn their financial situation around. And that's what we're here to talk about. So stick around as we delve into the key differences between the rich and the poor in our next segment. So, what are the key takeaways from our comparison? Well, First and foremost, it's all about financial literacy. The rich understand the language of money. They know how to make it, keep it, and multiply it. They understand the power of investing and the magic of compound interest. They're not afraid to take calculated risks, and they're always learning and adapting. On the other hand, those struggling financially often lack this essential knowledge. They may work hard for their money, but they don't know how to make their money work for them. Next, let's talk about mindset. The rich view money as a tool for creating opportunities, not as a source of security. They're not afraid to spend money on assets that can generate income, like real estate or stocks. They understand that money can be replenished, and they're not afraid to invest in themselves, their education, or their businesses. The poor, however, often see money as a finite resource. They might be hesitant to spend, even on things that could potentially yield returns in the future. They tend to hold on to money tightly, often out of fear of losing it. Lastly, we can't forget about habits. The rich cultivate habits that lead to wealth accumulation. They budget, save, invest, and constantly seek ways to increase their income. They're disciplined and patient, understanding that wealth is built over time, not overnight. Those who are less fortunate financially often fall into patterns of instant gratification, spending money as soon as they get it, and living paycheck to paycheck. Remember, money is a tool. Use it wisely, and it can help you build a life of abundance. Misuse it, and you might find yourself stuck in a cycle of scarcity. The choice is yours.